Oh, ladies and gentlemen, it's me, it's Ken. We're doing the piercing metal thing. We're here at New York Comic Con, and I'm going to keep it brief because we got the one and only, the awesome Alan Robert. You know his name, right? Because you're reading a metal site, you're watching a metal site's content. And Alan is a man of multi-facets. He's an artist. He has this great series of horror coloring books called Beauty of Horror. And he's also a kick-ass bass player for the mighty Life of Agony. And Spoiler NYC is the punk aspect of going on. Alan, how are you? Welcome to New York Comic Con. How are you, man?
Thanks for making time for me.
Yeah, oh, man, I'm happy to make time with you because we've always said hello in the past and we've never sat down and had a proper chat. So, how many Comic Cons have you been to, do you think?
Well, I used to go to the Comic Cons in the old hotel.
Oh, in the Pennsylvania, wasn't it the Pennsylvania hotel,
when
right?
I first started, so when I was
right.
a little kid.
Yeah, me too.
Just a fan of comics. I was a big fan of Mike Zeck, who drew Punisher.
Oh, yes.
So I would take my stack of Mike Zeck books. He also drew Captain America and Spider-Man. And I'd get all my books signed, and I would hound him like a super fan and have him draw me commissioned sketches and things like that. Right. And also Walter Simonson.
Oh, Walt Simonson's fantastic. Thor artist.
He ended up being my cartooning teacher in college.
How awesome.
In School of Visual Arts.
SVA. See, greats come out of SVA, my friends. Awesome. Now, New York Comic Con is the place where I got to actually first talk to you, because even though as a fan of the Life of Agony band and getting to take pictures and seeing you in concert and listening to the albums was the first time I learned about the coloring book series. And that's some fantastic stuff, this Beauty of Horror. We're up to like volume 4 now, I think?
7. I just
7.
finished 7, yeah.
I'm sorry.
No, that's cool.
I'm sorry. Sorry, I didn't know there was up to 7 horror-themed coloring books. Now, for the people that don't know what I'm talking about, outside of saying horror-themed coloring books, tell me how you came up with that aspect.
Well, going back to 2010, I started doing horror graphic novels with IDW. And so I did a few series with them where I wrote and also illustrated these original comic series that were compiled into graphic novels, Wire Hangers, Crawl to Me, Killer G. And then it was around 2016 when adult coloring books were kind of blowing up, but they were all the nature-based books, mandalas, very peaceful, serene scenes.
Your stuff is not peaceful,
and I was
serene.
like, where's all the coloring books for horror fans? And so I came up with my own. And IDW wanted to get into the coloring space, and that was a good opportunity for us to kind of join forces and do that. And so the Beauty of Horror came out September 2016 and exploded. And it really found an audience, a worldwide audience that just loves to color horror coloring pages. Every book in the series has its own theme, so there's clowns, there's parodies of dead celebrities, there's parodies of famous art. So every book has its own theme, and it's a lot of fun that way. The latest one that I just drew that will come out next year is it's the Beauty of Horror 7 backwards records, where I take album covers from all genres and make horror parodies out of it.
Sweet. Can you tell us a couple of the bands? Or you?
Life of Agony is one of the bands.
Surprise, surprise.
But along the way also, outside of the Beauty of Horror coloring stuff, I did the official coloring books for Universal Monsters.
Okay, I did see that. I saw that at the comic store.
And Beetlejuice.
Okay, the Beetlejuice one. I saw the Universal Monsters one. It was from afar, so I wasn't sure. And I said, man, this looks like Alan's work, but I wasn't even like near to.
And that was so much fun. And being a big horror fan to kind of, play in that sandbox with.
So that's your favorite. That's your favorite film mythology, right?
Oh yeah, I mean that's.
And romance comedy.
That's the stuff I grew up on. Like the old school Frankenstein and Dracula and the Wolfman. So.
You can't beat that stuff, and they try to remake it, and it does not capture the same vibe as it captured years. My grandmother used to tell me that they waited like for hours to see the original film of Frankenstein when they were younger, and I don't. I never argued the point with her because you don't argue with your grandmother. You just say yes, that's cool. So yeah, but it still has that original punch. That same film, many.
They're legendary.
They are.
And every generation has their hooks into that whole series.
So now you're exploring Comic-Con. What are you hoping to find at Comic-Con as a creator today?
Well, my favorite part is Artist Alley, as always. Get to see some of my friends, and also I definitely want to stop by the NECA booth because, as you know, we've done toys with them, and we actually have something coming out new that's not announced here.
Okay.
But, probably for the holidays.
They do have NECA Toys does have Ghoulia, right? Is that
Ghouliana.
Ghouliana.
Yeah.
I was close.
Yeah.
Ghouliana, and
she came out with the Series 7 Toonie Terrors.
I love that. I thought that was great. They Live and Teen Wolf and Killer Clowns from Outer Space. That whole set. Now, for those of you who don't know what the Toonie Terrors are, it's a line of NECA toys that are, they make them look like these crazy serial killer monsters were in cartoons. And it's a really wonderful line. If you can get them all, I say get them all. Shameless plug for our friends at NECA. Send the commission check our way. We'd love it. All right, so now, what's next for Ghouliana? Is there going to be a Mr. Ghouliana someday?
She does have a dead play friend in the series, but I would love to see it be adapted into film and television, and we're working behind the scenes with some great producers and writers right now. So hopefully soon we'll be able to announce everything cool.
That's pretty cool. Now let's talk about a little bit of metal stuff. What's going on with the Life of Agony?
We just did a New York City boat show.
I saw that.
Which was the first time we ever performed on a boat, which was something new. And I got to play twice because my punk band Spoiler NYC opened the show. And super fun. And then coming up in November, we're doing a benefit show for Lou from Sick of It All. He was diagnosed with cancer.
What a shame.
So we sold out Irving Plaza with our friends VOD and Crown of Thorns and some other great bands, and we're donating all the money to Lou and his family. So that's a really cool thing.
That's really cool. And what's on the horizon for Spoiler NYC then?
We're on the hunt for great punk shows to play.
It's a very different scene for the punk bands today, right? Don't you think? From what it was?
It's so much fun. Like anytime we do Spoiler, it's a lot of fun. And we've done shows, in the Bowery and even up in Massachusetts and stuff. Like we just find those shows and we just pop on the bill. We played a bunch last year before LOA was very busy. So I try and squeak it in when I'm not on the road with Life of Agony and I don't have a book deadline, things like that.
Are we gonna see any Ghouliana cosplayers around today?
There was last year, so we'll see.
We'll see.
Spots up.
All right, listen. I don't want to keep you because it's Comic-Con. You want to explore a little bit. I'm going to let you roll with this closing thought. It's great to meet you. It's great to have such a creative vibe. And listen, my friends, let this inspire you. Do whatever you feel like doing. What's a good word of advice for an up-and-coming creator in music or art?
It's a universal message, which is believe in yourself and stay true to the goals that you set out for yourself as a young individual. Because if you're always true to yourself, it's always going to be authentic.
Fantastic.
And don't try and please everybody. Please yourself first with your art and everything like that.
A lot of these kids, man, sometimes I think that they're just too sensitive, and it's like you got to give that a quick encouragement and then let them run with it.
Well, it's a tough business. All entertainment is a very tough business. You're putting yourself out there. You're wearing a heart on your sleeve in a lot of these things that you want to approach. So, if people don't like it, I can understand getting that rejection is upsetting. But if you're doing it for yourself, that's the best way to go. That's what I've always followed. And don't jump on trends. Just do what you believe in.
Awesome.
Yeah.
Alan, thanks so much for the time. I appreciate you greatly. All right, my friends, this is how it ends. It ends like it begins. It's Ken from Piercing Metal. We're doing that there thing at the New York Comic Con. Do me a favor, click the subscribe button, click the notification bell, and what do we got for them, Johnny? Oh, yes, Ken, click a comment or something over there. That's me, too. I'm just having a little fun. All right, guys, see you next time from Comic Con. It's me. Bye.